All right, on to the next question. Donald Trump wants to drain the swamp, but when they drained it, they found two things: Swamp Thing and Man Thing. Going over to Eglantine, you start now.
Okay, I've got Man Thing. He's got the best name. Oh goodness gracious, this is gonna be tough. All righty, first of all, yes, one, he's got the freaking most awesome.
Do you want to concede the point now?
He's got the most. He has one of the best names in all of comic books, just for the fact that anytime you have an annual, it's called the Giant-Sized Man Thing. Second, he was created in the swamps of Florida. By the way, he was created in the magical swamps of Florida, and I would love to find that particular one out. He has the touch that burns when people are scared, while he's a 9-foot furry moss-covered monster. So who the fuck isn't he going to be burning? And overall, he can be used in so many situations, and not just as a Deus Ex Machina.
Over to you, Chef Jack. Opening remarks, starting now.
Yeah, I'm running with Swamp Thing simply because he's a completely better character in all possible ways. Everything about him is better than Man Thing.
Wrong.
Including the name, including the look, the powers, everything. Thus concludes my opening remarks.
It only took him 17 seconds to make an opening remark. On to the fight, starting now.
All righty. First of all, the Swamp Thing is not the better character. It's definitely not the better character to use in the comics, because he is absolutely useless. The same problem that Swamp Thing has is the same problem they had in the Golden Age and Silver Age for Superman. It just made him far too powerful. He is the Earth. He's not just a part of it. He's the elemental. So it's hard to find any kind of character that can do any damage. So ultimately, the stories are boring.
Chef Jack.
No rebuttal. No. You're just gonna sit there.
Are you really saying that stories like American Gothic, written by Alan Moore, are boring?
Oh my gosh, Alan Moore? You're bringing up Alan Moore? Are you freaking serious? You are absolutely right, Jack. Even the greatest writer in comic books couldn't write a story about him.
So
Do you know what Alan Moore wrote about? Alan Moore wrote about a werewolf on our period, where what happens at the end, Swamp Thing comes, here I come, I'll fix it. What the hook? And then he spent 45 pages writing about zombies, and not about Swamp Thing, but about zombies. So whoop-a-doop, here comes Swamp Thing. Like I said, he is the ending part of every story. He is not the character you follow. So
you're absolutely not saying that he's boring then, because obviously you remember all these stories.
No, I remember the zombies and the werewolf.
Well, tell me how you feel about him taking over Gotham City and beating the shit out of Batman.
He didn't beat the shit out of Batman. As a matter of fact, he agreed. That he agreed that had he done that,
you weren't reading the same comics I was.
He agreed. He agreed to the fact that Batman said, "If you come and do this to me again, if you come and do this to my city again, I will kill you." And Swamp Thing says, "I believe you will," and he cowered the fuck off. That's what happened at the
after getting everything he wanted.
He knew that Batman would kill him.
Batman,
he knew it. And those Alan Moore stories, they were never about Swamp Thing. They were always about someone else. Where Swamp Thing came in, you rang. Okay, I'll fix your period, Mrs. Werewolf. You rang.
Look here.
He made him Lurch. He wasn't right Swamp Thing. He was writing Lurch from the Addams Family.
Okay, Aaron. This is a character that has more depth of character, more writing quality. It's got a true mythology behind him. The supporting characters are better. The scope
origin. They have the same thing.
And on top of it all, he doesn't look like a goofy moss pit with a carrot for a nose.
They have exactly the same thing. Both were working on some secret formula. When they fell into the swamp with it, boom, they come out swamp creatures. They have exactly the same.
You're utterly
and I'll tell you what,
the entire mystic aspects and the fact that he's a plant god and the entire biosphere thing. You're just discarding all of that.
You agreed. You just agreed with me that he's the entire Earth. You can't have somebody fight that. Ooh, poof, I just hit dirt. What's so exciting about that? And not to mention this,
that's the same thing that happens with Man Thing, dude.
They get burned.
How can you fight dirt? He gets,
if you're not afraid of him, you don't. If you're not afraid of him, you don't get burned. That's the whole thing. His
space
touch burns fear.
The trip through space
and at least,
is discarded.
At least the
His
man
dealings
thing
in heaven and hell are discarded.
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you very much to agree.
That's what you're saying. You're saying none of that. None of those
has enough respect of the law that he doesn't carry psychotropic drugs on his ball sack.
Ignoring everything about about Swamp Thing in order to say, oh well, he's just too OP.
Sorry.
That's you know what? That's the same asshole kind of comment that people make about Superman. I'm not calling you an asshole. I'm saying the comment itself.
It's an asshole comment. Yeah, but
yeah.
You know the
shoe
fits.
Well,
overpowered shoe fits. They have to wear it.
It's the same thing. It's like people saying that Superman's boring, ignoring the fact that you write around it. You write around the fact that he's OP. And they do. It's all about the humanity of the character. It's about how he cares for people. It's about how he saves people by caring for people. It's about dealing with
so what Man-Thing did. Man-Thing did that in Hollywood. You never see Swamp Thing. Hey, I'm going to go to Hollywood and try to be a movie actor and save people. No, he has to stay in the swamp. People have to come to him for help. Man-Thing goes other places. And I'll tell you what, when Man-Thing goes other places, like I said, he doesn't make psychotropic drugs out of his ball sacks. That's what. Wait
a second. So once again, you're ignoring the entire Gotham City thing. You're ignoring
that's what I'm
the
saying.
entire story. Wait, not you're ignoring every time.
And it's time, folks. Break over to the judges. Captain Frugal.
Oh wait, I went first last time. I'll let Dalton go first this time.
Okay, yeah, I'm going to have to just go by the arguments because you both missed a massive potential nuke to hit each other with, and you didn't.
Adrian Barbeau's boobs in the movie.
No, the fact that Swamp Thing's villains aren't beings; they are forces of nature. Why did no one bring that up? Based solely on the arguments, I'm going to give this one to Chef Jack because he pointed out all of the things that Eglantine was willfully ignoring, and even when he pointed out that Eglantine was willfully ignoring them, Eglantine, for the most part, agreed and tried to defend, rather poorly, the fact that he was ignoring those things. So I'm giving this one to Chef Jack.
This was another tight one, and I will say, they're feeding through the fun jabs at the ball sack and everything else aside, Chef Jack did bring up some good points about better background characters and things in the story. Eglantine did a great job, as mentioned just in the comments, dismissing Alan Moore's argument. But I think the Man-Thing point of his whole major thing on Man-Thing is better was just attacking Swamp Thing, not really saying why Man-Thing truly was better. So I'm going to have to give that to Chef Jack as well.
Good job. Because you know what? I have no reason as to why Man-Thing was better. I had to go negative because I was like, God damn it. All I could come up with is that literally, if you want to be saved by Swamp Thing, you have to accidentally show up in the swamp somewhere. That's the only better thing I could think of.
You went at it hard. I'll give you that. It was close.
I got to tell you, I was severely tempted to cite as almost my entire argument just one issue of Swamp Thing, and that's the collectors.
Yeah. Oh, and here's something else. One, yes, I absolutely love the Alan Moore run on Swamp Thing. That being said, I am absolutely right about that. If you go back and read it, he really does. It'll have a whole story of somebody else, and then Swamp Thing will show up at the end and save them.
Well, let's be honest, too.
Which is why I brought up the trip through outer space and the trip to heaven and hell.
In the atmosphere of being honest and using facts, also, we must be aware that the only time that Eglantine has ever had a giant-sized Man-Thing in his hands is when he had that comic book.
So there you go, gang. Me and my brother arguing with each other, in some cases, in all honesty, talking over each other. That wasn't good debate, but it's at least exciting. So what do you think? Who do you think won? Was it me or was it my brother? Also, who would you pick, Man-Thing or Swamp Thing? We know the answer to that. I'm just playing around on that. Anyway, let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to click like, share, subscribe, and ring that notification bell. It's what YouTube really cares about whenever they really care at all. And if you don't mind helping out the channel, go on over to Patreon or to Ko-Fi, drop $1 in the till. Helps keep the lights on, helps keep making videos for you. That's really important there. Also, you could help us out by going over to Patreon or to Ko-Fi. Drop $1 in the till, or you can commission your own video. Just pick out whatever topic or subject you want. We'll get that out to you ASAP. I'd like to thank everybody who's already done that, and to everyone, all of the true believers, thank you very, very much for watching.